Hello friends. So in this lecture we are going to see what is APT, which stands for Advanced Packaging Tool, and what it does is that mostly on Ubuntu based distributions this tool is used to manage the packages, to install them, to remove them, to update the system. And this functions in a way where we have got let's say we have this Linux machine and we have got say internet over here. Now once we install the Linux, or specifically Ubuntu, since we are talking about APT, once we install Ubuntu on this system, it has got directories which are in etc and sources.list. So sources.list, and another location is etc and sources.list.d. So these are the locations which contain the information about repositories on the internet from where we can download the packages. So it's like once we issue the command to get anything installed using APT, the machine looks into these locations and finds that where it can get that information. It goes to the internet where we have got Ubuntu repositories, and from there it gets the package back. Now before it does that, Ubuntu also maintains a cache. So there is a cache entry in there as well, which holds kind of indexing of the packages that are available in the repositories. So once we issue the command to get anything installed, it's not that the output or the effect is that it goes out on the internet and gets the package. No, it first checks the cache, that whether that package is available or not. Once it does that and the cache is updated with the latest packages available, only then the request goes out on the repositories and the replies comes back. The very common commands that we use with APT are apt get, this is the keyword that we use, and of course we have to use this command with root privileges too, so we would be appending sudo, and install, the one that I just talked about. Another one is remove, to remove the package. This one is for installing the package. Then another one is purge. This means that not only remove the package but also remove the configuration files. Then another one is update. What this command update does is that once we execute this command, it updates the cache with the information that is available in the repositories. So whatever information we have put in the sources.list, like maybe get the packages from this location, from this location, from this location, from this location, many of the locations we'll see in a while at what these lists look like, but it gets the information from those repositories and puts them in the cache. So it's like a naming index of all the packages, and those packages get updated once we update these sources in these locations. And another one is upgrade, to upgrade the distribution itself or the specific package. Now there is another command which is sudo apt get and dist upgrade. And difference between this upgrade and dist upgrade is that this makes whole of the distribution getting upgraded, but in upgrade the Linux kernel, which is the base of the operating system, does not get upgraded, because sometimes updating the kernel might put the system in unstable condition. So once you are sure that you want to upgrade whole of the distribution including the kernel, you use this command dist upgrade. Now besides APT there is another tool which is called as aptitude, and this one APT, this is primarily used for Ubuntu distributions, and aptitude, this is by default used on Debian based distribution. So it's not like aptitude, you cannot use aptitude on Ubuntu or you cannot use APT on Debian, but it's just the preference. The Debian guys prefer to use aptitude and the Ubuntu guys prefer to use APT. I personally use both, and in my experience and in many others, the aptitude handles the packages more efficiently. So you can say that it's kind of more powerful as compared to APT. And this powerful, as I say, the details of that are beyond the scope of this course. But if you want to study about the differences between aptitude and APT, I would recommend that you go ahead and do it, because that is really, but those are the really nitty-gritty details that you may not need to learn at this stage of your learning process. And the difference between aptitude and APT is that you use APT using command line. You just put in the command and it gets executed, and same is true with aptitude. But aptitude also gives us a text-based menu. So if we just put in aptitude and press enter on the command line, then we get text-based menu and we can do our stuff from there as well. Common commands that we use with aptitude are aptitude search and then name the package, whatever the package we want to search for, and also remove, to remove a package, aptitude remove and the package name, and also aptitude install and the package name to install any package. So now let's get ahead and see these packaging tools working on the actual Ubuntu box. Oh, and before we go to the terminal, I just noticed that I forgot to mention over here that the directory path is etc, is not etc sources.list, rather it's etc/apt and sources.list, and likewise it's etc then apt and then sources.list.d. So I'll just show you that on the terminal. So let's just go over there. So here we are. I am at my Ubuntu terminal. This is precise pangolin version of Ubuntu that I am using. And the first command that you would like to use is sudo apt get and then update, so that your cache gets updated. It will take a while if your cache is not updated, but it will be done maybe if you've got good internet connection. It will take maybe 2 or 3 minutes hardly. And then all the entries in your cache will get updated based on the repositories that are there in the sources.list file. So let's check that sources.list file, which is in etc and then apt and afterwards sources.list. We have got also the directory which is sources.list.d, but at the moment this directory is empty. If you want to put in your own sources location, you can put in here based on the same format as we are gonna see in sources.list file. So let's just do a VI on that. Let's just get in the editor, and here's that file, and you can see that this says that it's long-term support with precise pangolin is the exact version that I told you about. And this is the syntax that you would like to use, that deb and then the location of that particular repository. Now this one over here, this is the version of the Ubuntu that we are using. And if you come over here, this deb and deb source, which stands for Debian, Debian source, this deb stands for binaries and the executables that can be downloading from these repositories, and these are the sources. So if you want to put your own source over here for repository purposes, because might be the software that you are trying to use is not available in default Ubuntu repositories, and that is available from a custom repository you might want to add over here, but just be cautious that you only add trustworthy repositories so that no unwanted software gets into your system. And the recommended practice is not to add that repository over here, rather add the repository in the directory which is sources.list.d. So it's better to keep this file in the default state. If you do not want to manually edit the file, there's a command to add the repository using the command line as well, and you can use the command which is sudo and then add, afterwards apt repository, and then in inverted commas you would give something like deb and the same syntax that we have just seen in the sources.list file, and then you end the code. Once you do that, this will be added either in the sources.list or in a new file will be created in sources.list.d. So now let's see how we can use these apt or aptitude commands or sudo or apt cache command to either search or install a package or maybe remove a package. So there is a utility which comes by default if you are you have installed Ubuntu in GUI mode, and that is this calculator which is calculator. It's a very good calculator. It has got different modes and you can use them as you like. But if I come over here and I type in, let's say, gcalc tool, then we see that that calculator gets opened up. Now if I want to see the details of this utility, I can type in sudo and then apt and then cache and then gcalc tool. I need to put in my password, which I do, and it says that okay, so I did not put in the search keyword, so let's search this one, and it says that this cache has got this package in it. If I want to see the details of this package, I can put in show instead of search, so that it shows the details of these packages that are available in its cache. And it says that if I bring it up all the way up till here, so it says that the package name is gcalc tool and its priority is optional and its install size is around this much, and who is the maintainer, who was the original maintainer. These are the emails that you can send your email to if you have got problem with the package, or you want to get certain, maybe you want them to be updated, or it is getting bugged. And also it shows the dependencies on which packages depends, and certain other information which is md5h and sha1 sum. So a lot of detailed information that is shown using this show command. So if we come down here all the way, and if we want to, let's say, since this is already installed, so we might want to remove it so that we can see the operation, how we can do that. And let's just try to do the same thing first by using the aptitude command. So I type in sudo aptitude search and then gcalc tool, and it shows us more or less the same thing. I can do the show command as well over here to see the details about this tool, which is over here. And now to remove it, let's try to use aptitude to remove the tool. So I type in remove and I press enter, and once it gets done, we see that it has completed the operation. Now if I come over here, we see that that calculator utility is gone. Now if we want to install it, we can use aptitude or we can use apt get. So let's try to use apt get to install this tool. The command is pretty simple. Apt get install with root privileges and afterwards the name of the tool, which is gcalc and tool. So I press enter, and since the package is already in its cache, not the apt cache, rather cache of where the packages get first downloaded and then get installed. If it had not been in its cache, it would have first downloaded from the repositories and then it would have installed it. So once it gets installed, if I come on to applications, we see that this calculator has again come up. There is also a GUI based options in Ubuntu. If you come on to applications and go into Ubuntu Software Center, then from here it will give you the softwares that are available through those repositories, and you can even search the software name over here and then you can download them. So for example, if I type in, let's say, calc or calculator, it will give us bunch of options that we can use for these purposes. So this one is already installed. Since this is checkmarked, so it's already installed. You can see the more information from here. But if you want to see other packages, and also these are the user ratings, so this is really good criteria to judge that what package are, if you want to download or install it, what is the user rating for that package. So you can either use this Ubuntu Software Center, or you can also come over here in administration, and alright, so that package is not there. Otherwise it's Synaptic Package Manager, and you can download that one as well. If you come on to Ubuntu Software Center and you type in Synaptic, so you can use this piece of software as well if you get the more info. So it says that it's a graphical package management tool based on GTK and APT, and it enables you to install, upgrade or remove packages in a user friendly way. So you can use this one. This one is more powerful as compared to the Software Center, this one that I just showed you. So graphical option is also there, but from certification point of view, you should know these commands that I just told you. Also, there is another command which is package reconfiguration, and what it does is that, let's say if you have installed a package and that package required certain configuration parameters when you installed it, like setup process, and later on you realize that the packages that you configured were not in the way that you wanted to, or maybe you wanted to tweak in certain changes. So you can use that command or tool which is reconfigure, and to use it you simply issue the command sudo then dpackage, which is short for Debian package, and then reconfigure, and then the package name. Now I know there is a package name by the name of time zone data. If I want to change the time zone of this machine, I press enter over here, and we see that this window gets popped up. So if I want to change my time zone to maybe Africa or Australia or anywhere, I can select that particular option, and then I click on to OK, and then from here I can select the city. I press OK, and then the time zone is set. Similarly, there is another package which is keyboard configuration. So I type in keyboard configuration, and from here I can select the type of keyboard that I want to use. So many times you also might want to configure, like I prefer to use, or by default Ubuntu comes in with lightweight display manager or light DM. But if you want to use another display manager as well, then you can also use this utility to put in that particular name, and once it gets configured, it will become your display manager. So that's all there is to it. Nothing difficult. I hope you just need a couple of commands to remember: apt get, install to install, apt remove to remove, apt purge to remove the package as well as its configuration files. And you also need to remember the update commands so that you first get your cache updated, and also in parallel to that you can use the aptitude commands to achieve the same purpose. I hope you have learned from this video, and I would like to thank you for viewing.